UIFPD professional is number 372, Garrett Fires Count.
Morning. We're just gonna do a quick vlog. Week 2 post-show update. I'm gonna get my blood pressure taken, get my blood glucose taken, and then we will head to the posing room as today is Saturday. These are my check-in days. And then we'll sit down and we'll talk about how week 2 went. This week was quite the struggle for me. So stay tuned. Alright. In the posing room. Just gonna get some check-ins done.
Yeah.
All right. Check-ins sent over to Ben. I've updated my check-in tracker. I update this daily. So this will go over a couple things as a week 2 update. My average weight was 228.9 this week. So we're up about 10 pounds from weigh-ins at USA's about 2.5 weeks ago, actually. And we're up about 7 pounds from stage weight. That morning of the show, I woke up at, I believe, 221.6. So from that morning to now, I've only put 7 pounds on, which I'm really happy with. As you guys saw, I'm still relatively lean. Glutes are in. So I want to keep it that way for as long as possible as I see my weight come up. And so this week, my fasted blood pressure was 115/71 on average, which I'm happy with. Blood glucose was 84.5. And then just, 30 minutes of cardio 6 times a week. I take leg days off of cardio just so I can really hit legs, but I may swap it to where cardio is not on back day instead. But I don't think 30 minutes is really going to be that big of a deal on my back day. So I'd rather keep it on there, keep my legs fresh over the course of, time. My water intake, 7.5 liters every day. I track that as normal. Sodium was a little up and down this week, but for the most part, it was 2 to 3 packets per meal. So just keep that as stable as possible. So yeah, pretty good check-in. 231.2 actually on the scale this morning. Forgot to mention that. So a big jump this week towards the end of the week. And I just felt like, I don't know, everything kind of just started sticking to me in terms of food, supplements. I'm on 70 mgs a test every other day. And then I do 4 IUs GH on training days. But those are the only 2 super subs, if you want to call HGH a super sub, that I'm on. So yeah, as far as my check-in goes, that's kind of where we're at with week 2. I'm really happy with it. We'll see what Ben says when he gets back to me. And then I made myself a little note to go off of with you guys, just so we can a full week update, kind of how my Saturday to Saturday went. This week was really rough on me mentally. As some of you know, I'm diagnosed bipolar disorder, and the beginning of the week was very mania driven. And when I go into that sort of state, my sleep rapidly declines. Just because I don't feel like I need to sleep. I have a hard time falling asleep, no matter what I do. And I'm talking to the point of, like, because I take an edible every night before bed. I can take an edible, another edible, melatonin. My body, I just want to work. I want to do. So this week was rough in terms of the sleep aspect, which then, when I crash on the back end of the mania, does not contribute positively. So yeah, I started crashing a couple days ago from the lack of sleep, and then just coming down from that. And I just drop right into where I feel the need to stop bodybuilding, that this is way too much for me. Where, oh, I need to get another job to make more money, or, my clients, I look at their progress, and everybody's progressing, but I don't think it's where I've driven them hard enough, or I've done a good enough job as a coach to really drive home progress. Even though we've hit new prep loads across the board, all my lifestyle clients are hitting milestone markers. So it's like, one of those things where mentally, when I look back on it, I'm like, oh shit, I really had nothing to worry about. But when I'm in that moment, whoo boy. And that's kind of been paired. The sleep has been paired with Ember figuring out a new schedule. And she's actually started waking up at 6:20 on the dot every day. So I'm up with her in the morning. Havana sleeps in. So I've had to combat trying to shift my sleep schedule earlier, so I can continue to try to get 8 hours, and fighting being able to go to bed earlier. So, or to sleep in general. So that's been a rough week. But it's been worse. We'll just put it that way. I'm still growing. I'm still learning as a human. Havana's a lot more aware as well, so we're able to communicate back and forth and be adults about it, right? And that's ultimately the goal. But stacked on top of this was my post-show limbo. And this is kind of where I've always struggled coming out of a show. I get a really, really big high, especially this go round, right? Like, we did what we had to do. And now I go into limbo, where I know what's next, but it's not fast enough. So that has not attributed positively to my mental state either. And because of that, I've kind of started snacking. I know it sounds like I'm blaming that on it. My hunger is super high too. Another reason I'm snacking. But in general, I try to, that feel good, what most of us do, right? It's food is a stress relief. That, that taste is enjoyable to the point where it stimulates a little bit of happiness. So I've started snacking a little bit more this week. I cut it down the past day or two. But the beginning of the week was kind of, I wouldn't say crazy, but I am picking up more things around the house and putting them in my mouth. And then as far as my mental state goes, I feel a lot better moving into this next week. But I have yet to celebrate turning pro. I don't know why I have it. Even like post show, like I had breakfast with some of the crew that went out to USA's to support me. But for the most part, I have yet to like truly sit down and take a step back and celebrate. Taking a day off kind of feels weird to me, but it's needed. Uh, so and not necessarily like a full day off, but I'm going to kind of try to celebrate, let the mind relax a little bit, because since we got back from USA's, it's just been nonstop. But we got the Drop 002 release date officially announced, which is a huge, a huge thing. All my prep guys are in a really good spot. So I can kind of take one of these next couple days and pull back a little bit. Hopefully get the crew together and actually get some good food in, because I have yet to really like have that pig moment, which I guess is good, right? But mentally, it's like I haven't gotten to really enjoy myself with everybody. So I think that's a huge necessity for me, since we were just so crashed after the show and the day after with travel and whatnot. So and yeah, just overall, I thought the week went well. In terms of being able to manage that mental space, for how negative it felt. We made it to the end. We made it through, and that's kind of the big point of this week's update is we got to the end. We checked in. In my opinion, we've made progress in terms of, yes, weight has come up, but visuals have stayed really, really good given the point we're at. And all I want to do is fucking push. I'm ready to get after it. I'm ready to go full blown into this push phase, but it's not the right time for it, right? I got to get healthy. I got a consult for gyno surgery on Monday. I'll get that taken care of, get that recovery taken care of. So it'll be a little bit before I can even push. So I had to get into that all week, that back and forth. Hey, you got to chill with myself, because you've got a long 6 to 8 weeks left before you can really get after it. So I'm actually pretty happy with how the week went, given kind of how the front part started and the lack of sleep, which I average 7 hours, but to me that's not enough. I'm used to getting 8 to 9, and that has really helped with my mental health as well. So gonna get this video up, and hopefully my pull day training video will go up as well, so you guys get 2 videos in one day. And then we will continue to push content out. If you guys want to see anything specific, please put it in the comments. This is what I want to do moving forward in terms of continuing to put content out on YouTube. So any suggestions help, kind of see what the crowd likes to enjoy. And then as always, like, comment, subscribe, share. Help me grow a little bit. I just want to help as many people as possible, get my face out there and really show people the true side of what it takes